just, I ran to her like nothing else in the world mattered. And I just hugged her. It felt, oh my God, it felt so good to hug her. After 2 years of just being away and not being able to touch her and only being able to hear her voice, we hugged each other, we cried, and everybody in the jail was kind of like clapping and looking at us. And it was a very heartfelt moment.
I did exactly 2 years. I did May 6, 2020 to May 6, 2022, which is crazy. And then from there, and I was put on an ankle monitor, and my case was April of 2024. And I was acquitted of all charges. I went straight to the ankle monitor, the bonding agency, and I said, cut this off, I am done. They cut it off that same day. At first they thought I was coming in to exchange it. No. This is a different order, baby. Here's the paperwork. Let me loose. Give me us free. And they gave me my free, baby. And since then, I've made it my duty to attend these meetings on Wednesdays to assist and to give back.
Well, when she first got arrested, it was a shock. It came out of nowhere. It was an experience that we never been through before. So it was some difficult times.
I was 15 when my mom was incarcerated. And originally they just told me she was incarcerated for like a speeding ticket or something. And then my birthday came, and it was actually my first birthday without her. Just weeks just kept going by of her not being home, and her and me having to call her through the jail phone. And I definitely did start to spiral after she got incarcerated.
As her case came up, and as she explained stuff to me, and as she told me what her options were, there were some sleepless nights. We were all genuinely concerned and praying for her. It's tough. That's some tough stuff to deal with.
We have like a sister type of relationship. We've grown to become very close since she's been here. Just trying to keep positive thoughts, trying to keep her on a positive note, and just trying to, like I said, a lot of prayers, crying, hugs, all that. So, yeah.
They kept this was my placeholder while I went through my trial back in April. So they wouldn't let anybody take my place or sit in my chair. That was on my spot the whole time. Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Loved, welcomed, appreciated, valued, and cared for. It really does. When I first started here, I was on an ankle monitor, and they accepted that. And during my trial, they definitely kept in contact with me. They were rooting for me. They did prayers for me. Actually, back here on my calendar, Maria, the accountant, that was the prayer that she said for me every day. And so when I came back, she wrote that on my calendar for me.
The story of how I found BART Business was the day that I found out she got her bond posted. I was online one day, we were scrolling, and we were just doing some research on, how could I get her home through this bond? Are there any places that would help out? And I came across BART Business.
Literally called and was like, "Hi, I need you to help my mom." And I was like, "Okay, what's her name? How much is her bond?" And she kept, going around it because she didn't want to tell me the cost. Tell me, I might be able to help her. I'm like, MBO, I'm gonna talk to them, I'm gonna talk to our folks. And that's what I love about our ecosystem, right? It's not just a contribution from one organization. It's a contribution from BART Business. It's a contribution from MBO. It's a contribution from FAM, the whole OHRD network that's inside there. It's so many different people that puts their hands here. But the first thing that we show up as community members.
So when her mom was bailed out by BART Business for Black Mama's Day, she was introduced to participatory defense, like, hey, your case is ongoing. If you want support, we're here to support you. And that's how she was introduced to it.
I felt like I had a community behind me because they didn't stop just with the bond. They gave me resources when I came home. They helped me out financially if needed. They actually helped me look for homes and things like that because we were in an apartment when I first came home. And they just had my back all the way around the board.
With the trial and everything, it was nerve-wracking. It was hoping that these random people who don't know us and might have their own prides and prejudices of how they live their lives, and that's very scary, especially considering what I know and what I've grown up with and who we've had around us and who's grown up with her. And so it was just honestly like hoping that these people understand this is somebody's life on the line. So for it to have been acquitted, it was like, oh my God, it's finally finished.
When the verdict came, I actually couldn't attend that day because I had missed so much work. But I got the phone call again. Not guilty of all charges. I had to pull the truck over because I drive truck. I had to pull the truck over and celebrate. I'm hitting the roof. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. I could hear her, you know, the weight came off her back.
I believe once Nikita was bailed out and she was out of that cage, she started getting into a lot of community work. That's amazing because if she was in jail versus being home, I don't think she would have gotten maybe introduced to community work in that way. It sucks that it had to happen like this, but I think it opened her eyes to, hey, like I can help people too.
My mom's work in the hub is very inspiring. I feel as though her story is one that we rarely get to see as often, especially in the Black community. Like the severity of the charges, being acquitted on all of the charges, just being able to come home and give people that faith, like, hey, this is what I've been through, and I know that this is what you're going through, and that we can get through it together. My mom's always taught me that love, family, and community, it's what we have. It's what kind of, we make the boundaries of our life. And with those key characteristics and aspects, we can always find people who are willing to be in our corner for us because we're willing to be in the corner for them. I like to be a part of it and just help. I feel like my presence is just like a reminder, like kids are affected by these circumstances too. It does wire us differently when a mother is not in our life. But, you know, children my age, the same thing, who are going through it, like, it's okay. Like, it will get better, even though it hurts right now, even though, you know, you can't physically see her or physically touch her, like, she'll be home soon. And I know soon is a word we all hate to hear in these predicaments, but soon is the best that you can hope for.
My long-term vision for my life is to continue my help within the community, to be able to inspire hope and to give back, to utilize my story in order to reach back, like each one teach one, each one reach back and get one, just so they could feel comfortable enough to do the same. I could have quit, stopped going. I don't have to attend the meetings, but I do so because I feel like that's important to me. That's one of my purposes here on this earth, is to be able to utilize my story to amass hope, to amass love, just to amass community support. The justice system is damaged and it does need to be reformed, especially for people of color, Black and brown, and it's due to the fact that they don't have people behind them. So in order to keep that cycle going of help, of assistance, of love, of community, just that community minded, it takes a village in every aspect to help everyone. So that's what we are all supposed to be here to do, to help everyone. So I feel like that's one of my life goals, is to continue this work.